Hey, what is up guys, my name is allartkm chef, and before we dive into this video, as you can see, I'm in a completely different environment. So I want to just give you a quick little update and then we can straight up dive into the tutorial. So pretty much I just graduated 12th grade and I had the decision of should I study or should I just, pursue my career. And I had a really long think about it. So pretty much I just decided to pursue my career. So what that means is that I'm going to be producing a lot more videos here on YouTube. I'm going to be doing some courses. I'm going to be doing some music videos, covers, stuff like that. And currently I am in Tallinn, the capital city of Estonia. And the reason why I moved here because there's quite a lot of opportunities here in terms of Estonia at least. So here I'm going to be collaborating with a bunch of people and hopefully make some dope projects together. But yeah, this is my new place. Hope you like it. And let's just dive into the tutorial, guys. So today we're going to be making future bass. Now right here I have a project file for you, and I've actually converted this to stem files because the original project file is just too laggy. My CPU rises up really high and this PC can't really handle it. So I've just converted it into stem files, and what I want to do is I want to just break down every single track for you and tell you why I used that element into the track. Now this is going to be kind of a breakdown video. I'm not going to be making a future bass drop from scratch literally, but this will definitely help you out in terms of choosing what type of sounds you want, show you some mixing techniques maybe and stuff like that. So let's just straight up dive into the project and give a little listen here. Let's listen to that one more time. Okay, so as you can see here, I have colored every single individual section. So we got the kicks, claps, snares. That is kind of the essentials of future bass and any genre really. We got some hi-hats as in percussions, hi-hats, loops, fills. And then we got our arps, leads, pads, and basses and sub basses. Let's just start off by soloing each individual section, and then I'm gonna tell you why I used that exact sound. Alright, so as you can see, we have really punchy type of sounds in here, and future bass is kind of all about that. So you want to choose some really nice crispy, punchy sounds. So as you can see here, the kick right up in your face is really high. And we also got a clap here. That typical future bass type of clap. Sounds almost like a little can or something. Then we got a snare. I'm sure I've heard of this type of snare in some Martin Garrix's tracks, in Flume's tracks. Alright, so that was the first section, and then we got our percussive section here. So I started off with a hi-hat here, really basic hi-hat with some reverb on it. Got a really interesting loop from W Productions. And then I just added a little fill in here. So all this sounds together like. Okay, so let's just now move on to the kind of melodic part here. So we got a little arp. And by the way, this whole project file will be included in the description, so you can download it. I'm going to be including all these stems and also MIDI files, so you can check that out and kind of, you know, create maybe your own track out of this project file. So if you're a little bit pissed about me just showing these WAV files here, don't worry about it. Like I said, just go in the description and you'll get all the stems, all the MIDI files and stuff like that. And also the samples are included as well, so check it out. Next up, we got a lead here, really typical in future bass. As you can see, it's side chained to the kick. And we got a pad. As you can see how it goes like, that's also side chained, but a lot of the effect comes from actually the attack. So what I did is I raised up the attack a bit so it's not kind of punchy like, but it goes, you know what I mean? So it kind of goes from low volume to a high volume, and that's what attack does to you. So if I can give you a little example here with some kick, for example. So we got a kick, and what I did is the attack was here and the sample, and I just kind of moved it up like that. As you can see, kind of creates that effect. So that's how I did it. And of course I added some sidechain on top of that as well. As you can see, it's sidechains at around this part. And let's just take a listen to all of these three elements together. As you can see right about here, we got a really huge gap where nothing's really happening, only the ARP is playing. And the way I've kind of filled in that spot is I have a bass over here. And also, as you can see, this percussion loop is kind of filling in the gap here. So if we take a listen to all this together without the bass, it will not sound as empty as you would think. Right, and finally, let's just take a listen to the basses here. We got three types of basses. Nice crispy one, sidechain as well. We got second bass. And of course, a sub. Don't forget the subs. Without a sub, your drops will sound super dry, so subs are really, really important in terms of a drop or a chorus or whatever you're making. So don't forget about the subs, guys. And this is how all of these three elements sound together. And let's just take a quick listen with all of these little ARPs and leads and pads. And one more time all together. So there you go, that's a really kind of basic future bass drop. And now let me kind of explain you why I use these type of sounds. So in future bass, you really do often get this type of electronic-y flavor to it. So future bass is all about, you know, synths. You don't really use that many real sounds, you know, like strings and piano and flutes. you know what I mean? So you just use a lot of electronic sounds. So you're gonna be using a lot of saw leads, you know, square leads. You can be adding some distortion and stuff like that. So if you listen to this ARP, it's really typical type of ARP here. Really square. And same for the lead. I'm pretty much sure you've heard this somewhere before. This is just a saw lead with some reverb and delay. And the pad. Same thing, only I've added some distortion on top of that and some really gnarly reverb. For the basses, you want to layer your basses. You don't want to have just one type of bass. You want to have multiple bass lines. Like the genre says, future bass. So layer some basses, guys. So as you can see, I have 3 basses here, and look how dry would the drop sound if I would just have a sub, for example. I work with the basses. It just adds that little missing element, you know what I mean? So layering basses is super important in future bass. As you can see, I have a main type of bass here, which stands out the most. Filler bass. And a sub that's in the background. And of course, guys, don't forget about your percussive sounds. Also really important. If I would remove all these percussive sounds, it will sound kind of dry as well. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial. Like I said, link is in the description. Check it out. You will get all of these stem files. You'll get all of the drum loops I used, all of the kicks, claps, and hi-hats, and also the MIDI files are included in the description. And also, if you did not have Instagram, you can check it out, a.tukmatchef. It's going to be on the screen right now, so follow me. I do post pretty regularly, and I try to kind of make professional pictures on Instagram. So if you want to follow my story, check it out. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one, guys. Peace.